Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Whimsy with a Z. I'm your host Ben, and we're here with Danielle today. Hello,
Hi.
how you doing?
I am very well,
Very
actually.
cool. When's the last time we talked? It was like almost like a month ago, like 6 weeks or something. It's been a while. What have you been up to?
Nothing much. No, I've just been on I actually just got off a spring break today, fortunately.
Okay.
Um, I haven't really been doing much, just chores.
You do anything
Yeah.
for spring break? What'd you do?
Um, Again, I didn't do much. I just chilled, which I'm perfectly fine with. I didn't go out or anything, which is again fine.
Right.
I did play a lot of video games on spring break.
What'd you find?
I used to play Overwatch and I got back into it again because I lost my
Very cool.
account and my brother found it. So I'm playing that again. Fortnite. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. The main thing I've been playing and I've been really into lately is Resident Evil.
Very cool. Which one?
All of them. I'm currently playing four. I'm not doing them in order for some reason.
Okay.
I'm currently doing four, and then I already did Requiem, the new one, and I'm gonna do the other ones when I'm done.
Very cool. What are you playing them on?
PS5.
Okay. Very cool. I've only played one of the Resident Evils, but they're good games. I enjoyed them. Um, so you're playing 4 now. Do you worry about going back to like 1 because like the graphics are going to be a little bit more janky, or do they have a remastered version?
They have a lot of the remakes. I'm doing the Resident Evil 4 remake right now. It looks really nice.
Could you play it if
And
it
my
wasn't
dad,
if
he
it's
always
difficult?
shows me. I think so. I think so because if you look it up on PlayStation Store, it has the originals, but I think they cost money.
Alright. And what's your dad doing?
He
I don't know.
just
I think I interrupted you while you were saying something.
No, it's fine. He plays Resident Evil with me. Right now, I'm playing 4 alone with his guidance. He's not helping me at all. But we did a duo with Requiem because there was 2 main characters in Requiem, so
Oh, very cool. um. Okay, so you had spring break. Did we talk to anybody on the phone, or we literally just stayed inside most of the time? You don't do anything?
I didn't really talk to anyone, no. I I didn't stay inside the whole time. I mean, I went out at times, but not any, like, big event or anything like that.
Do you wish you would have done something?
Yes, but again, I'm perfectly fine with my spring break.
Right. Um, how's school going?
Amazing.
Is it?
Yeah,
You guys are done in like 2 months.
1
Oh my
Actually,
god,
no,
really?
I've only been on spring break for, like, 2 weeks.
I know,
1
but
week, actually. Only
when
1
does
week.
school get out though?
I think April? I think?
Isn't
No,
it like
not April.
April, May?
Maybe
Like May?
July. Might be May too.
You don't
I
even
don't
know.
know. I don't know. It's sometime around June or May.
You just wait for someone to tell you don't go to school. Uh, so I had a podcast event where I was doing a Saturday show, and I do like it's called Mind Pockets. So I'll record thoughts and ideas throughout the week, and then I play them, and then I comment on them live. So I've done 100 of those episodes. So we did this big marathon thing, and then this giveaway.
Mhm.
I asked for a couple of people to sponsor some, either some original art, some signatures. I got a soap lady, so we had some body care stuff. But you were able to draw fucking some shit for me. How was
Yes,
it drawing some gnomes?
fun. It it was pretty time consuming, but it's fine. I managed to split it up pretty evenly.
Uh, what was fun is think because I had very little direction because I want to kind of let you do what you wanted to do. And then you sent them, and I'm like so happy with them. Like they are so cool. What? Okay, so there's six of them. And I saw you penciling the first one with the family, the three of them, and then you have a bowling one, a kite one, a St. Patty's Day arm wrestling one, and a podcasting one. And there's one more I'm missing,
A picnic.
and the picnic. Um, so like, did we trace anything, or were all those just freehand? Like, where did you get the idea for those gnomes? Because I fucking love them.
I really just used the Whimsy gnome.
Because
I mean, yeah, they were pretty much freehand.
they were really good. Did you enjoy drawing and coloring and doing the artsy thing again?
I did enjoy drawing. I like coloring, but I struggle with it pretty not severely, but I do struggle with coloring, so I'm more just a regular sketch person.
Right. Uh, well, they look really good. Um, so six people won. There were six of them, and I took pictures of them and I printed them out on 4x6 photos. So of those six, they only have they've only been out. Sorry, six people have one of each. Or sorry, of the six, everybody has one. So there's only six of those in existence right now. Minus my original copies. I kept the originals because I was like, oh, I can't get those with me. um, I thought they were really cool. Would you be willing to do more?
Maybe I'm kind of
Why?
I'm trying not to pile too much on myself because I have school and I have testing pretty soon, and I do wanna try to get into studying. I do have some other art assignments I'm doing right now, obviously chores, and yeah, I don't know, I might pass on that, I'm sorry.
Uh, I like it. That's fun. Hey, at least you're honest. Um, what other kind of art projects are you working on for school?
I haven't gotten my new art assignment yet because I have my art classes Tuesday and Thursdays, but last week I mean, not last week, last time I was there, forgot what I did. Oh, I did surrealism.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what that is.
Shit that looks real, like a bowl of fruit.
No.
Oh.
It's like the opposite of what surrealism is.
So it's jacked up looking fruit. Let's see. Hold on.
It's surrealism is like
Oh,
this
I
dreamy.
heard realism. I didn't hear
Oh,
surrealism. Sorry, my bad.
yeah, yeah, I was doing surrealism.
Um, uh, I'm gonna look it up right now. So when you so if you get your projects Tuesdays and Thursdays, how long? So like whatever the next style is, how long do you have to uh like what is the assignment normally?
I don't know if I get what you're asking.
So when you had to do surrealism, like was it just this week you have to just draw something in surrealism? Or do they kind of give you an idea like a concept and be like, you have a month to complete it, but show me your steps each way?
No, she gives us an assignment each week. We kind of have like 2 or 3 assignments
Mhm.
each week. And again, we only have 2 classes, so that makes it kind of harder to do.
Right.
But she gives us and we're 7th graders, so, I mean, she kinda gives us more advanced things, and that's why it takes longer.
Right.
So she just gives us an assignment for the week or 2, 1 or 2, and then we do it for that week. We don't have to show step by step. She doesn't give us a specific thing. She just gives us a theme to go off of. She gives us the definition of what type of art we're doing, and then we just fit that.
All right. Would you have a lot on your plate now? I get it. In the summer, would you be interested if available to you, like a online art class of any kind that kind of just runs for like the 6 weeks and like a work at your own pace type thing? Would you be at all interested in uh, like additional art training, so to speak? Or do you just want your summers to be like, no, I don't want to do anything?
Kind of, yeah. I've never really been interested in art class because I wanna do what I wanna do when I want to do it. If because I'm not always in the mood to sketch something. I have to, like, see motivation or inspiration, or I'm, like, really like, "Oh, I just wanna draw today, so I will."
Right.
Um, I'm not one of those people who are like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna draw for people or just draw every single day." I can't draw every day.
No. All right. Was there ever a time that you could have?
Probably when I was little, when I was, like, 5 to
Right.
8, I that's when I really loved drawing, and I had more creativity when I was younger. I'm not saying I'm not creative anymore, I just can't come up with ideas that I would like anymore, that aren't childish or
Right.
repetitive.
No, no, 100%. Because I got my 5-year-old, and she's like the most creative person I've ever met right now. And this the way, like, just watching her um, do anything, she's just like wildly creative, and I'm like, I never would have came up with that. And I do think that when you do get older, you do start to like distance yourself from that, like that creative playfulness, because you got like chores in school and dramas and just don't want to. Then you get to a point where you're like, I'm allowed to say I don't want to. um, so yeah, I totally get that. The creativity aspect is like it's hard. Um, but you said you like to draw like clothing, because I like because you showed me a couple sketches of your dresses. Those are super cool. So if you were going to design and make uh, dresses and outfits, don't you think that you have to practice that?
Ugh, I, um I know I would have to practice it, especially I I don't know how to put this in, because I had a really big talk with myself and my mom. It wasn't like a really important
Okay.
talk, it was just more like a opening heart thing.
Yeah.
I I really, really wanted to be a fashion designer, but I've wanted that since I was like 9, 10, and now I just don't. I feel like it's not for me. Kitty!
See, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. So it's you don't think it's something that you want to do anymore?
No, I feel like I would maybe if when I was younger I knew how to sew, and if I was really
Yeah.
like, say if I wanted it since I was 6, maybe I would still pursue it since I'm 13 now. I
Mhm.
went 7 years wanting that, and I can't just, like, give up on it immediately. I also just realized, and I just thought to myself, I don't know if I can see myself being a fashion designer.
Really? Why not?
I
I hate
I
people.
need the skills. I would have to go to fashion school, which, I mean, it's not that bad because everyone has to go to school if they want their job, their dream job.
Right.
Um, but I want to do something a little more serious. I'm not saying fashion designing isn't serious because it's very popular with celebrities. People talk about it a lot, but I want something that I would actually feel proud of myself at. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not saying that if I was a fashion designer, I wouldn't be proud, but as I feel there's not a lot of ideas, and in this world, especially with the fashion now, it's stupid. I don't know if I like the fashion anymore. I would have to fit society's eyes and what they want. I wouldn't want that.
Um, do you think part of it too is uh do uh maybe you're not if you are aware of it, maybe not, but is there a part of it where like you don't want to do the artistic part of it because you're like a fear of failure or that it won't hold like people won't like it and like you don't want to worry about that rejection. So you're like maybe I'll find something a little bit more normal, like a normal degree where I'm like maybe I'll just be a teacher or I'll get into one of the sciences or something like that where you're like it's a little bit more uh socially acceptable and a little bit easier in that aspect versus uh creativity. You're like, I don't want to be rejected or I don't want to be judged on what I'm doing. Do you think there's any part of it like that?
Yes and no, because it's not that I don't care about being judged. I've never really been one to pay attention to that. If someone rejects me, I don't really give a shit. You can reject me. I like it myself. But the thing is, if I'm a fashion designer and almost everyone who is into fashion doesn't like my design because it doesn't fit society or the trends at that moment, then what's the point of even being in fashion business if no one's gonna like it?
Um, could you not uh so could we not do fashion design? Couldn't like hypothetically, uh next year, eighth grade, freshman the year after. So 2 years from now, um, something happens, you're like, I like drawing clothing and stuff. And we get you a sewing machine, you start sewing, and like you might get a little bit more like, hey, this is kind of fun. But couldn't you like with that fashion uh like mindset, couldn't you do like school plays and do costume design? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be like fashion. You could also be like, I'm gonna go ahead and make period piece costumes for movies or television, or something in that realm where that's a little bit more uh, like because like if you don't know what to draw, but you're making a movie about the 1800s, you're like, oh well, now I have a framework to kind of work in, and then you can like be part of that and still create and design clothing, or the only you've ever thought was just like high fashion design.
I have fun about it that way.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't I don't know. I just think I'm kind of not kind of. I think I have let down a lot of that idea of just the whole fashion thing in
Mhm.
general.
Yeah.
Uh, Also, is it really fashion if it's plays? Because it's not really fashion, it's costumes, and not all costumes are fashion.
Well, right. So it's agreed. There's a separation between uh fashion week in Paris versus Academy Award winning costume design for X movie. Because like there are like huge like because I think we've seen enough movies where the costumes design play a big part in developing the visual and creating the story. So like the idea that you're like, I'm going to be part of the next Oscar award winning movie because I have to learn how to uh, create some old timey designs. I got to throw some mud on it, and you get to be creative in that aspect of like how do I reflect blood on this material, or how do I make this kind of pop a little bit, or um, I think what was it Batman? I think the Nolan one, the first one, um, his his cowl connected to his suit, so there wasn't a lot of neck movement. So like the idea of you're like, oh, how about we just remove that part so we can get some more neck movement? And you start like reshaping the way like the movie's being shot, or like you get to have that kind of input. You still get to be creative, and you get to create something that people enjoy. I think we can all agree people love fucking movies. Like what? Like you could have been like the person who designs the next superhero outfit. Like you never know. I think because like there's multiple layers of creativity. I think is there like was the dream always like high fashion and not so much just working with clothing and costume design or just like designing of this stuff.
Maybe not high fashion, like stuff that would be strutted off a runway, but I just wanted to be known or like just be in a lot of stores, if that
Hmm.
makes sense.
Okay. Okay.
That's just again, that's what I wanted though. I about to talk with myself, I just thought I'm still pretty young. I'm I
Hmm.
know I'm also going to college soon, but I'm still at the bottom of where I should be at college. I feel like by the time I'm in 10th to maybe even just 11th or 12th to college, that's when I should know what to do.
Hmm.
But again, I'm still only in 7th grade. I don't know if I should really be mind racing about all the things I want yet. And I know it's an important idea. I just don't want to fantasize about something that I'd want and then I never actually commit to it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And the only reason why I'm kind of in it right now is like at what point does one stop fantasizing about like their dream job and then because as you get older you're gonna look like you'll definitely lose that where like I had like aspirations of doing God knows what, and then you do get older and you're like, well, those are all like kiddish dreams, and I got to do something a little bit more practical. So I'm trying to figure out like, is there a way, like, when do we lose that, and is there a way to like still maintain that? Like why give up on your dreams? Basically, like if you go back and talk to like a 4 year ago you, and you're like, hey, just FYI, you'll never do design, quit drawing. Like you would be like devastated 4 years ago to be like, you're going to be nothing in design. So like at what point, like why does one have to give up their like those goals or those dreams of doing something creative? That's where I'm at. Let's see. Because when you talk when the Shelley Howard episode, she was talking about like um because she loved you. She loved the idea of you and asking all these questions because she's like, there is no early like you can't start early enough to start preparing for college. So I guess it's like one of those things where it's just like you're like, well, I don't have to really decide. I got 3 years to kind of start figuring it out. But in theory, like if you really wanted to do something, you could start laying some of that groundwork now to kind of help get you when it, you know, I don't know. I was just curious. Um, what do you want to go to college for?
Wait, what?
What do you want to go to college for?
What do I want to go to college for?
Mhm.
A degree, experience, so I can get more of a variety of jobs.
Now, is that just a practical answer because you're like, that's what like my parents do is like they've worked multiple jobs. They need multiple experiences to handle different types of jobs. Like, wouldn't you want to specialize in like a specific area of something?
Maybe, again, I don't know what I want to be yet.
Okay. Uh, okay. For giggles, today you start filling out college applications and you're going to pick a subject. What subject you want to go to? You want to get your degree in? Because then I'd like to ask you again in like 2 years to see if it's changed or how much it's changed to see um, if it refocuses. uh, your direction and or if it changes over the next couple of years. Because I totally get 100%. You're allowed to be on the fence about what you want to do because they're huge decisions to make. Um, but I'd be curious today. Uh, you don't have to worry about money, and you don't have to worry about which school you get. Whatever school you want. What would you want to go to school for?
To be a therapist.
Okay. Um, what kind of therapist?
I mean, any
Trauma
type of
related?
like just regular, maybe like marriage counseling,
Okay.
just regular counseling, anyone who needs it really.
Well, because like obviously, I think there's a different type of like trauma counselor versus like adolescents, uh, old guys with midlife crises. Marriage counseling is one. Um, is there a particular type of like therapy you would like to like? Because you're going to be talking to people all day, every day. Like, what kind of problems do you want to be helping them solve?
If they've ever been suicidal, past traumas, if
Okay.
stress,
Okay.
sometimes people just need to talk to someone if they can't, even if it's not about stress or anything traumatic happened. Some people just
Okay.
want it, and sometimes they do need it, and they don't even realize because I feel I'm not saying a lot of people have mental issues, but there's people in the world who don't have many people to talk to about their mindset and just about what they're thinking. I A lot of times if a person carries too much on their shoulders and their heart, it can lead to way more things. Sometimes stress or suicidal thoughts just come like that without anything happening. And there's others where they build up, and I just want to be able to help people who might have built up just emotions in general.
Right. Like they just don't know how to express it, get it out because like you bottle that shit up. That's where it gets bad. So like help people kind of work through it to be like those are normal, like and kind of just work through the process of healing and recovery and like that whole thing. Um,
I also I have again, I wanted to be a fashion designer
Mhm.
for a while, but I never actually told many people that I did want to be a therapist. It's not like a random thought after I just gave up fashion idea. I've actually thought about it many, many times before.
Mhm.
Um, I probably first got the idea when I was 9 or 10, when I had kind of a bit of stress on my plate, and I just realized to myself I didn't have many people to talk to. I didn't know how to vent to people that I trusted,
Right.
and even just people I didn't trust. I was in counseling. They didn't really do anything for me. I was my mom actually pulled me out of it immediately because my counselor, she didn't really talk to me about my emotions. She just asked me how my day was, and then it was, I don't know if you've seen those counseling spots that have a lot of like, I don't wanna say toys, but a lot of gadgets, fidgets in there.
Yeah.
That's what my counselor had, and she just had me do those all day. That didn't really help me with anything, and I know it's hard to talk to a stranger. That's why I
Mm.
want to have a degree so people can actually, like, trust me, and I want to have experience in that, and I don't want anyone else to go through that.
Okay.
I've
Uh,
always been kind of interested in the industry of helping people. That's
right.
also, again, why I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I wanna be in fashion anymore because it doesn't really help people.
Okay.
Not really, I mean, they might like it, doesn't really help, and also, it's also kind of related to my Christianity. I love God. He's done everything for me, and some people I don't even mind if I am a therapist in the future,
Mm.
I could be a therapist for people who don't believe or Christians or anyone, and I could help them through it.
All right. I think that's okay. Uh,
Oh,
all
also
right. Took a second to get it. Okay, so that's good. Yes.
I also realized about that for the fashion thing, I don't even remember where it came from. I just randomly like thought, "Oh, I want to be a fashion designer," probably because I saw it online or something. With the therapist idea, I actually have a reason and a thing that I'm really happy with in my heart that I would want to be. I
Okay.
have a reason for it, and I've
Right.
thought about it for a long time.
Well, like you're 6 and you see a pretty dress and princesses and you're like, "I wanna make dresses." Um, Absolutely. And then, what's interesting is, like, you have that childlike whimsy of, like, I wanna create and draw dresses." And then as you kinda grow up a little bit, you don't necessarily, like I think you kinda, like, reevaluate things and you're like, "I do wanna start taking care of people and being more helpful towards people." And I think I think that's a fair route to go. At least it's interesting. You sound more passionate about the therapy idea than any other, uh, question with regards to, like, what do you wanna do after high school? Because there was a lot of, like, real, like, vague and generic kind of like, I think I'm supposed to say I want to have multiple type of jobs and just learn stuff. But the idea that we were able to kinda, like, narrow it down to a specific field is actually really cool. Um, have you thought about taking any classes to kinda help, uh, prepare you for those things, like your psychology classes, sociology? Like, do you have any, options to start taking those type of, they're not really science. Are they science? Is psychology a science?
In a way, it is because you have to
It is.
understand the mind.
Yeah.
Y
Um, yeah, have you considered starting to, what those classes are gonna start looking like?
No, I don't think I've actually been to a school who offers things like that, like an elective. I don't think the one I'm in right now does either. I think there is medical class, but I think that's only for high school. There's not a lot of options for middle schooler electives, so and I don't have many classes either, so I think when I get to high school, there's more
Right,
advanced, like, algebra and stuff. I know it's, like, not even related to the topic, but they have algebra. They have, like, the sections of things. So,
right.
I'm pretty sure they would obviously do, like, medical class, which is, in a way, science, and they might do, um I don't remember that one class that talks about the human body.
Biology?
Yes, that
Okay.
one.
I would assume that you would have to, like if they're, like a therapist, I think you would have to know like all that, right? You need to know, how the brain works, sociology. So now you got to know the different types of people, and how society affects them. Then you need to know the biology stuff to be like, here's brain chemistry, here's how medicine is going to impact, the brain chemistry of everything else. Um, I think therapists would be, because it's a doctorate. It's like, it's a doctorate type degree, right?
I think so. I'm actually looking up right now if you need a medical degree to be a therapist.
'Cause I thought because most therapists I thought, turn into like a master's type degree. Like, could you have a bachelor's and still be a therapist? Hold on, we're both looking it up right now. Yeah. Eh,
So, you don't need a medical degree, but you do need, um, like, to have a master's in counseling and social work, stuff like
okay.
that, and especially you need a degree in what type of counseling you want,
Right.
and I don't know if there's therapists who do multiple types of counseling, but if there is, I'd probably wanna do that. Like, again, I could do just regular counseling even for kids or teenagers, marriage counseling, trauma counseling, just like those that huh?
Um, okay. Well, what's interesting is, what field you go into or the type of therapy you really don't need until at least after the first 4 years of college, because you still have to do all that, early stuff, and then get through that 4 years, and then that's you can start kind of identifying what subsection of the therapy you want to do, and then that's what you go to your master's for. Um, so here's interesting. How is your relationship with God going? How do you uh, re- uh, what are you doing to reconnect with Him? And do you think that's helping you kind of getting back into this mindset of maybe counseling, helping people? Like, are they correlated together?
Yes, because again, I would also want to help Christians. Um, you don't always have to go to church to ask people for help. There's some Christians who aren't comfortable with their churches. I know I wasn't comfortable with the first church I was in. So I some Christians might just need help from someone who understands the mind and doesn't just put it on spiritual things. I know there's a lot of things that are connected to spiritual, but sometimes, like, say if I'm gonna do an example I'm gonna do an example. Um, my old church, they used to say that a lot of like basically everything was bad. Like little girls wearing unicorns, having a phone, watching basically every movie.
Right,
You could only watch Christian movies, only Christian music, which I know it's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
right.
There's some Christians who do that because they're loyally devoted. But God also allows us to have free will, and he's not gonna send you to hell just because you listen to one song that curses.
Right. Or you like a Saw movie and you're like, "I like horror movies in that horror franchise." Not
Exactly. That's like a lot of my old church called again, they called everything demonic,
right,
which not everything is. There's a lot of things that belong to God. If you're a Christian, you can cite things that are demonic
right.
and you can say it with nose. So yes, it is related to my relationship with God and how it's going. It's fine. I do have breakdowns sometimes. I'm not gonna get into it. I don't know if you know what spiritual warfare is. I don't know if I'm going through that, but I do have like that feeling that I am.
Okay. But you're acknowledging it, you're working through it in your way? Alright. Well, whenever you are ready to talk about it, love to hear about it. But no, 100%. You do you, and when you're ready. Uh, because I think your journey is I'm really interested in your journey because, um, you're not so cynical yet. And they say this idea that even though you have no idea what you wanna do, like, you have a better idea than Mark, we'll find out what Dean wants to do, but, like, you're conceptually you have a slightly better roadmap than everybody else does. Now, whether you continue on that path or if it changes, fine. But you have a general idea of like today, I want to help people, and we're going to try and figure that out. Whereas most people are like, I don't know. Okay. Um, I had another college reach out to me. Uh, I forget what online college. I was going to send you guys all the email. Would you be interested in coming on and doing another episode with another, college educator?
Well, technically, I wasn't in the last one,
Well,
but it
you almost were, all the way up until you got sick, but, is that something you'd still be interested in, coming on and talking to him?
depends on what they want to talk about and who they are. I know it seems like a little odd, but I
I think it would be similar to the college one. I think it would be, I'll double check the email and I'll send it to you, but I believe it was, uh, they were a vice president of an online school. Um, I forget what, it was a little bit ago. But yeah, they were kind of just interested in talking about, just preparing for college, um, and the idea of like what kids should be working on, to help prepare.
okay.
Similar to the other one, I think. but I think we can still get. I mean, it would be interesting to get a different perspective because we talked. Shelley Howard was helping kids apply to colleges, and then this time maybe we get to talk to somebody who's actually at a college to be like, what are you guys looking for, and kind of get a kind of a different perspective, um, of the actual college level versus someone trying to get you into college. But I'll send you some emails and a link. Let me know if you would like to because I think it'd be interesting. Uh,
Hey,
'Cause it's fun. All right. How's the family?
good. Um, I don't I don't know if you knew this. He's probably gonna talk about it. I don't know if Dean told you. He dislocated his knee over the spring break.
Yeah,
So
your
that's
mom told
also
me.
kind of why I was it's also why I've been kind of occupied because I had to take up all his chores. Unfortunately, uh, he's getting back into them now, which is good because I'm not going to be doing that for a whole
Right?
another 2 months. Um, but yeah, my obviously Dean's good. He's better. He actually doesn't I don't know if he's yeah, he's fine. My dad
Talk to him.
good. My dad's good. Um, Again, he's been helping me with a lot of Resident Evil. We've just been going on marathons of Resident Evil. I got so into it all of a sudden. My mom is good. Yeah, she's good. Sometimes
Oh,
she has like problems, but that's her problems, and I
right.
don't think I should talk about that on here.
Totally fine. Uh, all right. Well, very cool. Um, let's see. We're March, April. We get close to the end of school, so we'll do April. What's the end of the year look like? What do your finals look like? May, what does your summer look like? June, we'll just hang out, and then we'll take another summer break. Uh, all right. Is there anything for me?
Sorry, repeat that real quick. You cut out.
So, do you have any questions or anything for me?
No questions, but
Okay. Yes.
again, I do like drawing, just not
Yeah.
again I gave up on the fashion thingy. I have been working on a little project. I actually just started it like 2 days ago. My mom and my dad have a friend who has been wanting a new tattoo, and he wants it of a phoenix. So he asked me and my dad to draw him a phoenix. My dad already gave him one, but he wanted to see what I can draw, and he wants me to color this one. So I already have the sketch. I just need to refine the lines and color it, but this is how it's looking.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Very cool.
And I'm getting paid for it.
Look at you. I was the first one to pay for it. Yeah. You did get your mom did give you money, right?
Yeah, Imma be honest,
Okay.
I didn't use it immediately, but I already ran out. I like to share. I bought some things for my family.
Oh, very cool. Well, good for you. You're such a good person. Um, whatever happens moving forward, definitely don't lose that part. like, like maybe you don't want to be a therapist and you want to do something else. Keep being a kind person. I think that's like the coolest thing that you do is like, even if it's like I'm just gonna do data entry,
Mhm.
don't lose being a good person because like that makes you like I think you can be happy with that no matter what you do in life. Like whatever career path you take, as long as you know uh you could end up into like a really like lame routine type job, but like if you spend your weekends like volunteering and helping out and food kitchens and like whatever else, like you'll find that more rewarding than the work. And then you just kind of like, I just need the work so I can go travel and do some of these other things to help people. Um, well, very cool. Um, Look at you. You're a commissioned artist now. How does that feel?
Good. I actually I don't know if I ever told you this. There's I've already been kind of a commission artist because when I was when I was young, they didn't pay for it, but my grandparents, I have a lot of my drawings that I, like, just took pictures of. They put them in, like, keychains and frames.
Nice.
Yeah.
Be like, first ones are free, but you start making more of those, I gotta monetize that. Well, good for
I
you.
also used to
Uh,
draw things for my classmates, not for anything, I usually just traded them for
right.
snacks, but
It's interesting because as much as you kind of distance yourself from the drawing aspect, it wasn't drawing. And here's what's interesting. You're not saying like you're gonna ever give up drawing. You're just like, I'm just not gonna do it for a career because you still enjoy it
so
regardless. Yeah. Well, good for you. Yeah. I like you. You're so fun.
thank you.
Uh
I know I am not joking.
like God, you're so you're an interesting person. I like you. Uh and I'm excited to see what you do forward. And we'll go from there. All right. Well, you have a good rest of the week, and then I will chat with you. Let's see. Hold on, let me get a calendar real quick. One, two. Uh, like I don't know, the first, second week of April. I'll get with you guys all again. We'll get back onto a normal routine.
Okay,
All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
bye.
All right.